I have a request. Can everyone reach out with their right arm, palm facing upwards? Okay. Now close your eyes. Now what could you place in that palm? An apple? A bag of chips? A bunch of keys? Open your eyes. That's a premature baby there. She seems to be sleeping peacefully. But in reality, she's actually struggling for her life. And that's because normal room temperature to these babies feels like ice-cold water. And unfortunately, this is the reality faced by 15 million babies every year world over. And 3 million of them die in the first month of life. In fact, since I started speaking, about 6 babies have died. That's what's going on. Now, if you were in America, this is the technology used to help these babies. This is also used in city hospitals in most developing countries. It's called an incubator. It's essentially a glass box that plugs in and keeps these babies warm. There's many reasons this doesn't work once you leave the cities of developing countries. They need continuous electricity. They need trained personnel to use them. Okay? And once they break down, there's no one to fix them. And so in those situations, people come up with other solutions. These are light bulbs that you see there. Occasionally lead to temporary blindness of these babies. These are room heaters. These are ineffective at best and unsafe at worst. This is a WHO-recommended practice called kangaroo mother care, a fantastic practice of mother providing warmth to the baby through direct skin-to-skin contact. Doesn't all happen 24 hours a day because the mother needs to cook food, take care of her other kids, and often needs to go earn a living. So these are the many, many reasons why babies don't stay warm in the developing world, and many of them go on to not make it. Okay? So, long story short, this is what we came up with. It's called the Embraced Nest. It actually looks pretty simple. At the heart of it is this thing called a phase change material. It's essentially a wax-like substance with a precise melting point of human body temperature. Once you heat it, and you can heat it in a heating device, it can work with intermittent electricity or hot water. Most places in the world can have access to hot water. You can heat it, and heating takes about 20 minutes. You pop it in here, into this sleeping bag-like device. And the baby basically rests in it. Once the baby is in this, it will stay warm for about 8 hours. Okay? And baby can be next to the mother. There's no electricity anywhere near the baby. And it's something that can reach the lowest levels of the healthcare system.
Thank you. Looks simple, but this has actually gone through hundreds of iterations over the years as we moved to India after we graduated and tested and retested with mothers, midwives, doctors, and nurses to make sure that this was truly locally appropriate. At the end of 2011, after years of product development and clinical testing, we were finally ready to launch the product. And here's our very first customer. The most exciting part of this journey so far has been seeing the impact this product has created. And I'd like to share a few of those stories with you today. This is Kirti. She's from a village in South India. Like so many of the mothers we meet, Kirti lost her first baby. She gave birth to a second premature baby girl that was kept in the embrace warmer for 2 weeks. When we went back to visit a couple of months later, we were happy to find this healthy little butterball. And Kirti was so excited about the product, she had gone back and told all the local villagers about Embrace. This is baby Long. He was found abandoned on a street in China at less than 2 pounds. Literally days before this, we had just started working with a local orphanage in Beijing who found him, took him in, and kept him in the Embrace warmer for about a month. I went to Beijing about 7 months later and found this little guy who was healthy and interactive. Here he is at his 1-year birthday. And a few months after this, we got an email that left us completely floored. It was from a family in Chicago, and here's what it said. I loved your post celebrating Long's first birthday. We have a pre-approval to adopt him and hope to travel to Beijing this summer to bring him home. We are so grateful for your organization and the role you played in saving Long's life. This is what makes every day of our work worthwhile. There he is with his new family in Chicago. And he recently just celebrated his 2nd birthday. And you can see he's outgrown the warmer by just a little bit. These are just 2 of the thousands of stories of the lives that we've impacted. To take a look at our progress over the last couple of years, exactly 2 years ago, we had helped 2,000 infants with this product. By March 2013, that number had risen to 10,000, and by June, it was 22,000. About a year ago, we had helped 39,000 infants. Thank you. Today, we've helped 100,000 infants across 10 countries. The nonprofit arm of Embrace has provided education on newborn care, kangaroo mother care, and hypothermia to 8,500 mothers around the world. And this is just the beginning. We hope to impact 1 million lives over the next 5 years, not only with this product, but with a line of innovative medical technologies aimed at reducing infant mortality around the world. We're currently working on something that incorporates sensors and big data, and we're launching a US version of our product next year to subsidize our work in developing countries.
Our hope is that every baby goes on to celebrate his or her 1st birthday. Help us make this dream come alive. Thank you.